Welcome guys to yet another session of Talk with the Toppers. And today we have one of our very important guests who secured rank number 3, Dr. Chandrappriyan. Now, before we go on further with the interview, first of all, let me congratulate you on behalf of me and the entire Marrow faculty and the entire country. Congratulations on your unbelievable achievements. And I'm sure everybody who you know will be unbelievably proud of what you achieved. And of course, this is such a difficult exam. Hundreds of PG aspirants would want to, get into your shoes. So let us get into your head and tell us and let us know what you want us to and how you went about. So before we start, would you mind introducing yourself a little bit?
Yeah, sure, sir. Sir, I am basically from Tamil Nadu, Madurai, sir. I did my MBBS from Madurai Vellamal Medical College, and then subsequently I did my MD from AIMS Raipur, sir. Then after my MD, I practiced. I joined as a non-acad SR in Department of Gastroenterology at AIMS Raipur itself, sir. And then it has been going on, and in between I took AIMS Rishikesh, but due to some personal reasons I had to leave. Then I again attempted this exam this time, and I secured this rank.
No, that's impressive. That's very nice and very heartening to know that you took a break and then you went back and came back stronger from AIMS Rishikesh all the way to AIMS Delhi. That's a good upward movement, or rather sideways movement. Anyway, so what made you take up this? What made you decide on this specialty?
Sir, basically, to be frank, up till now, I have been blessed by really good mentors right from my UG days, sir. And regarding the decision, wherever I had a bottleneck of a decision, mentors have helped me to take the step. So, regarding general medicine, after UG, I had a very good relationship with my medicine consultants there, and Dr. Sindel Murugan and Dr. Ramesh, and we had very constructive and stimulating discussions we used to have. That's how I chose general medicine. Then again, after joining general medicine, I was at a crossroads at the end of second year, like where to go ahead and where to do this one. So I was open to any branch because I liked all the branches. I was open to any branch, and but then ultimately I had to choose just one branch. So again, again I went back home and I spoke with my consultants there, and they helped me take a decision. And um, then they suggested that being a super specialty, I must take a procedural branch which will differentiate from an MD medicine. So I had to take a procedural branch. And they suggested, based on the scopes and the future available, they suggested that I should go for gastroenterology. And as soon as I came back from my leave at the end of second year, I was immediately posted in gastroenterology. Yeah, it was a new department. So again, and in gastroenterology, I had a very good mentor, Dr. Tanmay sir, and I had been working with him for the past 1.5, 2 years. And again, that's how I decided, sir, I have to go for gastroenterology.
Okay. So that's nice. So basically, you had a good exposure of gastroenterology. For how long did you work as an SR?
Sir, I have been working as 1.5 hours, 1.5 years, sir.
Okay, so good exposure into gastroenterology before you have. And do you think that helped you clear the exam?
Yes, sir. Definitely. The approach to gastroenterology cases, the approach and the way to approach any case, and the way we think and work up those cases, and the if any emergency comes, the way to approach the emergency, how to manage this. That approach is what I got to learn from my exposure years.
So obviously, SR or resident names, Rishikesh would be Raipur would be quite a tough this thing. So how did you manage to divide up your time schedules for studying as well as How?
Sir, after in the final few months of preparation, it was very difficult to manage both the work and the studies. It was difficult, I wouldn't lie. But then, even while working, there is some amount of subconscious learning which is keeping on happening, like while seeing the cases and while discussing with the consultant, while discussing the cases, how to go about, how to approach. So that subconscious level learning is anyway going on, and especially the way interviews are structured these days, they are really based on approach based questions, and they just test the approaches, especially in all the three stages. So that helped me getting. And then again, like every after work, I used to get like 4 to 5 hours of study every day. So that's how I managed.
So how did you manage that 4 to 5 hours of study? So basically, from
Yes, sir.
the daily job, as in day, when you work at Ames, you kind of figured out how to prepare for the interview part. But before reaching the interview part, there's a theory, big chunk, big barrier
Yes,
has
sir.
been crossed.
Yes,
So
sir.
that was in that 4 to 5 hours of your own learning.
Sir, in those
How
four
did
to
you
five
approach it?
years, my schedule was set, sir. Like I'll watch videos, and if I am not able to watch the videos of that particular topic, I would just go back and read the notes of those videos, and I'll just quickly go through. And then regular tests, sir. I used to at least give weekly once. I used to give a grand test, and with that I was able to identify the problem areas where I need to work, and then I used to fix those areas. And those areas, either I would do MCQs of those areas from the Q bank, or I would go back and read the notes about that topics. And then whatever GTs I used to give, I used to make a mistakes log. Whatever topics, whatever GTs I am giving, I make a mistake log, and I used to write down whatever mistakes I have done. And then at the end, reviewing that mistakes logs told me that there were certain topics which I used to recurrently do mistakes on. So I had worked on those issues.
You sound like a seasoned veteran on how to manage the
Very good.
videos,
Speak
and it's actually quite. I mean, you were explained how to use the online databases better than we could.
It's a very mature way of.
Right. Quite impressive that ways. I think Rizwan is fourth on time. Anyway, so of course, no. What would your how would you advise your subsequent juniors who's going to write the exam again? How do you want to divide? How do you want them to divide their time as in how much? My question would simplify it to say that how long do you think a big textbook is required, or whether the textbook can be kind of replaced by the videos? And
Sir, the issue with the textbook is that the textbook will tell you like every top to bottom regarding that topic, everything will be given in the textbook top to bottom. But what are the exam areas? What are the issues which are tested? That we won't know. But watching the videos and looking at the notes, we will know that this is what is tested in the exam, and this is what I need to know for the exam. Absolutely, there are a lot of like it is a like lot of clutter will be there in the textbooks, and we are actually it was a difficult thing to know whether what is important, whatever I'm reading is actually going to help me or not. That issue is solved by these by watching videos and solving the MCQs and going into GTs. So I may be knowing about varicose bleeding, but then what is the first step in the management? Like in management, everything will be given. So what is the first step in management? What is the next step in management? And like that specific questions, and exactly that thing is what we need to learn from the videos and the MCQs and GTs.
also, out of the context of the exam, and of course, and since you've been working as a resident in gastroenterology, do you think
Yes.
our videos helped you in day-to-day practice of gastroenterology and hepatology?
Sir, of course, definitely. Like it is not possible to discuss every small thing with the consultant, and those like petty doubts, which as a gastroenterology resident, which I used to have some basic doubts, that things were cleared by these. I used to come back and read, so that's how it
Because
helped.
that's also something that we are looking at, so
Yes,
that you can continue to use this. It's not a very superficial way in which we are trying to deal with it. We are trying to go
yes,
in depth, so that the
yes,
data that we are putting forward also, it's not that people shouldn't have that idea that it's only for clearing exams. I think
yes,
it can be used as a continuous source of information. But having
yes,
said that, I think it should also be made clear that you need to have a combination of both. Videos are not going to replace your basic
yes.
understanding of the subject. So textbooks, reading
Mm.
articles, and high impact journals, everything is going to be a part of your life from now
Yes.
on. So I like what you said, that using videos as a guide to find your
Treat
way through
patients.
the and find your way through the textbooks also.
Yes.
That's very good.
And I'm sure that every aspirant of this exam faces some amount of setback, some amount of stress, and all those things. I'm pretty sure you also went through certain issues with respect to how to go forward in this thing. And how did you manage that? As in, how did you come back? That's something which.
Sir, the simple thing is that even when you are feeling down, you have to study. Like even if you are tired, even if for half an hour, even if for 1 hour, whatever it is, you just study. You need to put in that
Yeah.
persistence, sir. Basically, persistence.
Now, during this whole preparation, especially when you actually gave up a seat, and then of course, there would be moments of self doubt and wondering how did you manage it constructively? As in, if you could, how did you
Sir,
manage it?
one thing was clear, sir. I wanted to do gastroenterology. I wanted to do
Yeah.
gastroenterology, and then after leaving, also I came back and did my non-accredited associate in gastroenterology only. So
Yes.
continuously, I was in touch with the department and in touch with the subject, and that I think helped me a lot, sir.
Yeah. That's a good advice for people who really are focused on getting into INI seats. If they have an option to work in a department that caters to uh, quality gastroenterology work, I think that will make a big difference. Did you always want to you wanted to get into one of the central institutes from a long time? Was that one of
Yes,
your
of course, sir.
driving forces?
It has been. It has been. It has been that. That has been the life goal, sir. Anyway.
That's very good. Good to know that. I can imagine what you must be feeling right now. It's
Yes.
good job.
Thank you, sir.
What about the exam day? How, I mean, of course, in exam day, everybody, for example, you wanted this, and this is your exam. I mean,
Yes.
for others, you have got two exams. For you, is this one exam. So you have got the routine exam, and now you got this one exam. So what was the exam day mindset? How did you?
Both the
Sir,
theory as well as practice.
completely exam day. Exam day is just like another GT. Approach it like absolutely cool, man, and nothing to fret about. Like every question is individual. Once I have answered that question, the next question is a completely new question. I wouldn't dwell on the previous question unless I have marked it. So and at the end, I had reviewed the marked questions only, and so that is how I approach the exams.
Reminds me of the Federer quote. He said, right, as in, I think about only one point at a time. Whether the
Yes,
point is lost or gained doesn't matter. The next point is the most crucial point. So,
yes.
so I think that transcends disciplines all over.
Yes.
And of course, when you saw the result, how did you react to the result?
Sir, when the results came, actually, my friend only called me, and we were in the ward rooms. I was with my consultant, and we were in the ward rooms only.
Okay.
And he called me and told me that results have come. What happened about yours? Then I opened in front of uh, in my
Oh,
ward only, sir, and I was
so,
everybody was very happy.
so you were in the gastroenterology department
Yes,
with
sir.
your you were
Wow.
with your the consultant that you were talking about.
Yes,
Dr.
sir.
Oh, good to know that
great.
you had such good mentors all through your MBBS and MD days and post MD days also. May you continue to
Yes.
have good mentors in your
Mhm.
gastroenterology career also.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Now, looking back, what do you think made the biggest difference in your success?
Sir, I couldn't hear, sir.
Looking back, now everything is over. Now the dust has settled. What
Yes.
what do you think is the biggest difference that made you success?
Sir, looking back and comparing myself from the last year and like over the past few years, I feel that a bit more mature, a bit more clarity was there, a bit more clarity like where to go. I want where to go in my life. So that clarity has become more clearer. That is what I would say, sir.
Okay. Okay, now can I
Good.
kind of wrap it up? Wrap it up and with last few questions. For one being, any advice to your future aspirants?
Sir, persistence.
Persistence. Pretty
Yes.
standard throughout. I
It's
think.
very clear.
I don't think I have yet encountered anybody who said otherwise, because that is the decide fast and persist with the goal. Don't look back and just go forward. I think that's
Yes.
every interview. I think everybody who's reached the top, and this is the pretty much the key advice they have given to everybody.
Yeah.
And of course, a positive outlook, because you life throws you down, but you have to just keep trying to stand up and keep doing that. I guess it's apt to say success do not come overnight. It is just built day by day and with persistence. That was good. I think we can actually conclude. Rizwan, anything you want to?
Yeah, that's cool. No, it's perfect. Sometimes it's very heartwarming to hear these stories. I get less cynical as I listen to these young kids. So I hope you continue to have a stellar journey forward in gastroenterology also, and we'll meet
Thank
you
you, sir.
somewhere down the line
Yes,
in
you
some
feel confident in discussions, stuff like that.
Yes, and I hope we also maintain the level of our standards in such a way that you can continue to use the material that we give, not just to clear stuff, but in your day-to-day practice in gastroenterology, because that's also one of the aims that we look forward to.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for being with us. Congratulations again.
Take care.
Great
Thank you.
journey and exciting.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you.